you've got a design that mixes sharp vector text with a raster image, and you're already reading the back and forth between apps just to pull it together. By the end of this video, you'll have recreated the FIFA 2026 World Cup logo from scratch, and you'll have done it without leaving a single app. Most people assume you need separate tools for vector and raster work. I'll show you exactly why that's wrong and how switching between personas inside Affinity actually handles both faster than jumping between apps ever could. Let's open Affinity and build this. So I have already opened the Affinity app right here. And the first thing that we should do is let's create a new document first. And to do that, we'll simply navigate to the top and click on the Affinity logo right here. After clicking on the Affinity logo, by default, you might be in this particular box right here. And in order to create a new document, we can simply click on this plus icon, which is the new icon right here. And we can choose any presets that are available from here. However, for the sake of our logo, we need to select something or some dimension that would be much more perfect for our logo of FIFA 2026. Now, for that, I'll simply select the iPad Pro 13 dimension or preset right here, and this will simply load up all the settings of the preset that we want for our logo. Now, after we are satisfied, we can just go ahead and click on create document to create a new document like so in Affinity. Now, after creating this new artboard 1 in Affinity, the next thing that we should do is we need to bring in our elements right here inside on top of the artboard 1 in Affinity. And to do that, first of all, let's start with the text. So for the text, right now I'm inside of the Vector Studio right here. And since Vector Studio deals with the vector elements and text is one of the vector elements, I'll simply select the text tool right here first. And after selecting the text tool, I'll simply point and click anywhere on the artboard right here. And now this will create a text box which is very tiny for now. So we can simply click and drag the node or handle like so in order to increase the size of our text box like so. Now after increasing the size of the text box, let us select the font name that is most appropriate with the new FIFA 2026 logo. And for that, I'll simply click on this box right here and then type in FIFA, and I've already installed the FIFA 26 logo that was available on the web. You can also download this logo freely on the web, and I'll select the regular option right here. And after selecting the regular option, now I'll simply type in 2 and hit the return key to break the line. And after that, I'll simply press the 6 key on our keyboard. Now, after typing in those characters, let us select the move tool right here. And after selecting the move tool, now the next thing that we need to do is we need to adjust the spacing right here between the 2 and 6. So to adjust the spacing, we can use this tool at the top contextual settings bar right here called paragraph leading, and click and drag in order to adjust the spacing between these two letters. Now, the next thing we can also do is increase the size of the text on the artboard 1. So to increase the size of the text, we can click on this icon right here. So this will just increase the size of our text. So I'll set it somewhere at 576 points for now. And then let's center it like so. And after centering both of these two characters, we can now again go ahead and adjust the spacing between both of these characters by clicking and dragging these settings at the top like so. Now, after we have adjusted the spacing between the 2 and 6 letters, let us go ahead and again snap it at the center of our artboard like so. And after snapping it to the center, if you are having a difficult time snapping it, then you can simply turn on this snap option or snapping option, which would give you the guides necessary to snap it at the center of our artboard. Now the next thing that we can also do is we can also add a background before adding any elements on top of this character. So to add a background, which is the solid color background of white, all we can do is simply navigate to the top and select pixel And after selecting pixel, we can select this option called new fill layer. So it will simply add a solid color filled layer automatically on top of this particular text that we have, if you see in the layers panel right here. So we can just click and drag it to move it back to our text like so. And after that, we can also easily change the color of the background by just clicking the white option that we have in the colors panel. Now, let us bring in our image, which is the raster image. So to bring in our image, first of all, I'll open the Finder window right here. And inside from the Finder window, I have an folder called World Cup image. Let us open the World Cup image folder. And after opening the World Cup image folder, let's click and bring the image inside of the artboard or on top of the artboard in Affinity like so by just clicking and dragging it. Now it is placed behind the 2 and 6 character. So in order to place it in front of both of those characters, we can just click and drag the FIFA.png logo on top like this. And now, and after bringing this image on top, the next thing that we can do is, since we need to make the selection of this raster image and cut it out by using the layer mask, let us switch the studio to Pixel Studio. And this is one of the great benefit in Affinity, that is we do not have to switch between different apps. We can just switch between the studio and it will easily do the job. Now we need to select our logo or the image of the cup as well as the text. And in order to do that, we can select any selection tool, or we can just select the flood selection tool or flood select tool right here. And this will enable us to select the background of this particular raster image. So let me go ahead and click on the white portion only. And now you can see that it is, or it has quickly selected only the white areas of this image by opting out the elements of the World Cup as well as the FIFA text. Now let us go ahead and mask out this raster layer, and to mask out we can just navigate below and click on this mask layer icon like so, and right now it is masking inversely, so we need to mask it just the opposite. And to do that, first of all, I'll just deselect the selection, and to deselect I'll use the shortcut key of Command plus D, and by selecting the layer mask right here, next I'll use the shortcut key of Command plus I in order to inversely mask it out. And now if we look here inside of this particular image, then it has left out the white space in the A. So we can use the flood select tool once again by selecting the FIFA.png layer right here, and then click on the white portion right here, and then select the layer mask again and use the shortcut key of Command plus backspace in order to mask that out. And now let us go ahead and deselect the selection one more time by using the shortcut key of Command plus D. Now let us select the move tool right here and then fit the view of our canvas to the screen by using the shortcut key of Command plus 0. Now the next thing that we can do is simply move our FIFA.png image. And by the way, I mistakenly moved the mask, so be careful of this. So I'll just undo it by using the shortcut key of Command and Z, and this time I'll select the thumbnail of the actual layer instead of the mask, and then move it like so right here. And the placement is absolutely an important piece of thing in this logo. So I'll just place it somewhere here and then click and increase the size of the cup like so. And the next problem that we have is the FIFA text right now is entirely in black. That is, since it is a part of the raster image, it was already black. So we can fix this with a couple of things. That is, we can either change by selecting the FIFA text and changing the color to white, or we can just change the color of the entire background as well as the vector text, which is the 2.6 text, by making the FIFA text and the cup visible. Now, let us take the second approach in this case. And to take the second approach, first of all, let us select the 2 and 6 character layer right here and then open our color panel, and from within the color panel, let's select white. Next, let us select the fill layer right here. And this time, let's change the fill color to black. And now you can see that things are starting to be much more clear, and the new FIFA logo is starting to form very nicely. The last thing that we can add is add a theme at the bottom right corner of the logo. And for that, I'll use the text called Montserrat. So we can do that either from the Pixel Studio or from the Vector Studio. So I'll switch to Vector Studio and then select the text tool. And after selecting the text tool, let us just point and click anywhere right here and change the color first to white. So the color is already in white in the fill color. So let us type in the text called T and M. And after typing in the text called T and M, let us change the font property here. So I'll select all the character that we have typed and then change the text or the font name to Montserrat. So I'll just select the Montserrat font, and we can also select any other styling or the font width right here. And now the next thing is let us select the move tool once again and then resize our text like so. And after resizing the text, let us just rotate it like so, and then click and drag the theme character somewhere here. And the next thing is we can again decrease the size of the text as per our preference like so. Now let us increase or change the font width to somewhere at semi-bold, and again adjust the position of the theme somewhere here. Now this is how you can easily create the new FIFA 2026 logo using the Affinity. And since the nature of the new logo is bit mix between both the vector, which is the character or text, and the raster, which is the FIFA World Cup, Affinity is a great tool that is suitable for creating this kind of logos. So you just recreated a real world professional logo that combines vector and raster entirely inside one Affinity app. If you want more projects like this that prove what Affinity can actually do, subscribing means you'll catch every one. If you want to go deeper on working with vector, text, and shapes in Affinity Designer specifically, I've got a video on that. Link is on the screen now. I hope you find this video helpful. And if you find it helpful, please click the like button. Thank you for watching this video and see you on the next video.